have a bad move that comes off. The blue car is going to go a bit deep. Oh, no, we've got a bit deep and we're round. No, that's not good. Hey guys, iRacing here, back today with another video. So I'm rushing this intro because we only have 1 minute left before the race starts. We are here doing the new Radical on iRacing. This car is the replacement for the Radical SR8. Been replaced by this, the Radical SR10. This car is amazing, and I did a bit of it on stream the other day. But this being week 1 of the new iRacing series, season, I thought I would give it a go and maybe make a little bit of a series out of this. So week 1 of Radical Challenge, which is a fixed setup series, is at Road Atlanta. And I have just jumped into the race session, just set my qualifying lap. We are in top split, a 3.4k strength of field. I have managed to qualify myself 6th on the grid. I don't know how. Only 4/10 off pole position time. The timer is just about to click over to the gridding sequence. So I will see you guys on the track. So we've got a few seconds before the light sequence starts. We have a standing start here at Road Atlanta. A bit unusual for me. I'm used to driving this track in the LMP2 in IMSA. But it has been fun nonetheless to try and relearn this car. This car around here is a bit tricky. It's not so much snappy. It's more the understeer, especially on the first couple of laps you have to watch out for on the cold tires. Just got to make sure to get our braking points good as well. It's very easy to lock a brake in this car, so you've got to be nice and delicate on the pedal. But yeah, 20 lap race. Let's see how long we can survive for, and hopefully make a good race out of it. Now, top split, I'm a bit out of my element here. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the iRatings of people around you. I'm 2.8k, the guy in front of me 6.2, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on getting a good launch, clutch in, raise those revs, and it is lights out, and away we go here at Road Atlanta, and that's an excellent start from me, in fact, actually. I'm going to stick on the outside, block this blue and red car from trying to take the position. Maybe we can go around the outside on the first corner, long sweeping right-hander. Oh, there's an instant up ahead. Oh, he's off. He's off. He rejoins. Oh, this is getting a bit tight here. I don't like this. Out to turn 2. Tight little chicane. We're clear on the outside. I think we've lost the position, but we've also gained the position, so I don't think we've actually changed our order. Blue and pink getting a bit out of shape ahead of us. Now, watch the outside curb here. Oh, you can just see the understeer there. That's going to leave us vulnerable from the 2 behind. Going to go defensive into turn 6. Thinks about the move, backs out of it. Oh, it's a bit late on the brakes there. I thought I was going to lock it. You can just see the understeer on the cold tires. It's horrible. Now is the number 3 going to maybe think about a move up the inside. He's going to think about it, but he's going to wait for the exit. Now, he has got the exit, the number 3 behind. He's going to try and go for the run here. I've got nothing to defend with. My exit out of 7 was horrible, and I've got no slipstream to defend against. He's on our right. He's on our right. He's on our right. He's got the position. I think we're just going to let him have it into the chicane down the bottom of the track here and focus on our exit. We've got the yellow car off up ahead as the number 3 goes a bit deep, which leaves us the exit, coming out onto the final corner, flat over the crest and flat to the line. And that is the first lap completed here at Road Atlanta as we go very wide there, smacking the inside curb. That is not the optimal line. Right, first corner at racing speed. Tires are still a bit cold, not quite up to temperature, especially in the dirty air as well. It can be a bit tricky. Right, let's get our braking point right for here. Nice and delicate on the brakes there. So easy to get it locked. Braking and turning, normally a big no-no, but unfortunately Road Atlanta kind of means you kind of have to brake and turn into many corners, including this one. Now turn it in nice and early. That's better. Don't use too much curb on the outside. This car really doesn't like that curb. You'll either end up in the wall on the left or the wall on the right, and both of which have got my name written all over them in various practice sessions before this race. Right, that's better through turn 7 that time. Now, we've got a bit of a slipstream up ahead. 6/10 off of number 3, and we're about 8/10 off of the number 21 car. So we're going to have a nice little double toe here, but not quite going to be powerful enough, I don't think, to think about a move. But we'll see what the number 3 does. We might be able to pick up some pieces should he have a bad move that comes off. The blue car is going to go a bit deep. Oh, no, we've got a bit deep, and we're round. No, that's not good. Damn it, we spin. No, that's not great. But we're not too far off the back of the pack. Luckily, we've got away with no damage there. Let's see what comeback we can do. We've got a bit of clear air now, so hopefully we'll be able to just pick up some pieces. We're down now in 15th place, so right at the back of the field. Our tyres a bit warm now as well. We've got to just have a lap. Let them settle down. Still a long way to go. Still 17 more laps. Lots of fighting to be had up ahead. Just try and find our groove. Now we have Lorenzo behind, the number 12. It will be coming to possibly think about a move. But if we can try and just gain on the back of the pack, get back into the slipstream, let's make as many moves as we can, try and recover as many positions as we can. Now Lorenzo is absolutely storming up behind us here. Only gained about half a second on that lap there. So we're currently destined to lose about 17 iRating. So even if we do have end up here, we won't be losing out that much. But I want some positions. I want to gain some positions here. That is fighting going on up ahead. Oh, there's lots of fighting going on up ahead, in fact. Nice and hard on the brakes there. Little lift on the inside curb. Keep it settled. Now Lorenzo is going to get past us. I'm not going to fight him too hard, I don't think. We'll just use him as maybe a bit of a slipstream to try and catch up to the pack ahead. Right, now we just got to basically wait for positions to come our way. What's going to be happening up ahead? Trail braking into the first corner. There we go. There's one. That's the number 7 car, actually. We were fighting him earlier. Chuck it in there. That's it. That's it. Trying to just find the line through there. Got to balance it on the brake pedal, flat down the S's, and then nice and hard. And then just got to get on the brakes a bit harder. You've got to be nice and early on the start of the braking phase. Then hit it hard as you get in a straight line. And then as you drag the brakes into the apex before stamping the throttle. Now this car, despite having over 430 horsepower in the highest map, which is what we're running right now, is actually fairly stable when it comes to getting on the power. It's quite hard to get the tyres spinning unless you're absolutely flooring it in first gear. But even then, it's still got quite a lot of traction, this car. iRacing have done a really great job working with Radical on this car. But let's hold on a second, because I think Frankie's going to go for a move here. He thinks better of it, but we go deep. He's going to have the run on the exit. But he also gets a bit squirrely. That leaves us alive for another lap. Car dancing all over the crest there. As the camber falls away and the rear end goes light. Is he going to think about the move into the first corner? I think he thinks about it. He goes for it. Oh, we're having to go wide. We're going to kind of let him have it there. Didn't really have much to defend against. I had a bit of a wiggle myself coming into there, so just backed out of it, let him have it. He's much quicker than me. There's no use fighting it, especially this early in the race. Still 15 laps to go, though we are now in the dirty air. But look how much we've gained on the pack already. Oh, that's a bit too deep into there. Oh, that's the number 18 car of Pekka. He's found out what happens if you do abuse the outside curb a bit too much. And that results in getting a bit friendly with Mr. Barrier on the left on the exit of that corner there. But as I said at the start, we can use now Lorenzo to tow us up to the cars ahead. He's going to be making the moves. He's going to be storming back through the field. So we can just try and pick up the pieces and follow him through. That will put us up into 13th place though. So we might have managed to gain some iRating out of it. That would be pretty good. Right, let's focus on our braking point. Again, hard on the brakes. You can actually get to 100% there. Should you get the brake trail, should you get the braking right, I should say, sorry. Again, car just a little light over the back there, but stable enough. There's a big old slab of rear wing on the back of this car, which helps to keep it nice and planted in corners like that. So that is actually 14th place, my mistake. But we lost the position to Lorenzo on that last lap. Thought it was the lap before. Lap 6 now, so 14 to go. Slow car ahead. Oh, there's lots of smoke as well. Oh, there's a big pile up. There's a big pile up. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars off. That is us back into the top 10. Nicely done. Absolutely excellent overtakes there, if I do say so myself, on pace and skill alone. And oh, Lorenzo's got all sorts of out of shape there. We're going to think about the move possibly into 6. He's going to go defensive. Oh, that's a late lunge up to the inside there, mate. It was a bit of a dangerous one. I had to have my wits about me there. I thought he was just going to block us back to the left, but we survived, and that's 4 positions gained. And now the back of the pack has kind of opened up a bit now. Got 3.5 seconds to P11, 6.1 seconds to the old P7. Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll see how many places we can gain after the spin at the start of the race. But I think we might be able to have Lorenzo here. I think we're kind of just forcing him into a few mistakes now. Let's hope he makes a few more of them, and we can possibly get back past again. But let's see where that's going to put me. What's our iRating going to look like? We come across the line. That is lap 7 now, and that is us up into 11th place. Oh, I thought I was going a bit heavy into the first corner there. I had to kind of, you saw the steering as they're wiggling around. You go a bit quick into a corner in this car. The rear end goes very light. It's a very weird way you have to drive it. When you're driving at real high speeds, you just got to treat it like it's a GT car, where you just expect the understeer. But then also you got to treat it like a little Formula car, where you expect not to have the downforce at the high speeds. This car's great on the low speeds with the downforce it has, but it just doesn't quite have the technology and the tire grip and all of that to make it turn at really high speed on the really high speed corners. I mean, I took this to the Nordschleife, and places like Bravery or the Flugplatz, where you expect it to be flat, and is flat even in the GTs on their current tire model, is not flat in this car. It's a big lift. It was very odd, but I do enjoy driving it. It's I'm not sure if I prefer it over the old Radical yet. The old Radical was much more on the nose, much more it's going to kill you at any chance it gives you in a big moment of snap oversteer that you never have a chance to correct from. And I kind of liked that. I kind of missed that in this car. This car's more balancing the understeer, and it's more like driving a modern prototype compared to an old, overpowered death box. But they're both unique in their own ways, and they're both great in their own ways. This car does just feel much more refined compared to the SR8, and honestly, the racing in this series, again, is absolutely spectacular. Anything that's a fixed series in spec cars is always going to create great close racing. But speaking of the racing, let's look ahead, shall we? Let's see what we can do. So we're sort of stuck behind Lorenzo here in P11. Just got to try and get our exit. He's got it all sorts of out of shape there. That's the then going to have a bad exit, and now we can just duck into the slipstream. And now we just wait. Now we just wait. Now we're getting the tow. 2 tenths. 1 tenth. And we're right on him now. We're right on him now. Is he going to go defensive? He's going to take to the inside. But we've got the overspeed. We've got the overspeed. How late do we dare brake? Just by the 100. He's still there, but he manages to defend the position. That is some great defending from him. I don't think I could have braked much later on the outside there, because at some point you've just got to turn it in. And if you're turning in still hard on the brakes, that's when the spinning occurs. And we've already found out that this race. But let's see. Maybe we can just try and force him into another mistake. He keeps making a few of them, keeps going wide. We head on to lap 9 here, almost halfway through already. Oh, we have a bit of a bad run through 2 and 3 there. And now down the S's, flat out, still completely flat out despite the dirty. I'll say that. We had to make a little bit of a lift there due to my poor entry line. Just trying to get... It's turn 5 that I'm struggling with, as I'm now the one making the mistake, going a bit wide. Now, the number 3 car's kind of falling back to us here. I'm noticing on the relative. The number 6 is staying stable about 5 seconds ahead. I'm taking turn 7 all sorts of wrong. It should be 3rd gear. I should carry the speed. I'm getting a great exit, but I'm losing so much time on the entry. But yeah, the number 3 car, he's falling back. We might be able to pick up the pieces and maybe look at another position here. P9 could be possible. We've got a nice gap to the cars behind, so it's just about looking ahead, although I see a little train of 3 cars there in the chicane for 8th, 9th, and is that 6th, 7th, and 8th, I think. As that P6 car's had a rough time of it in the chicane, lost 2 positions. So maybe some incidents going on up ahead, especially coming towards the last half of the race as we head at the halfway point of the race right now. Lap 10. It's just balancing the understeer through there. It's tricky, and then trying to get the braking point right here. You've got to use all of that inside curb, although we miss it. We're kind of letting Lorenzo get a bit away here. We've had a couple of sloppy laps. We can just try and focus and hit our marks, carry the speed, back on the throttle nice and early there. There we go. And yes, the number 3 car is really falling back now. 3 seconds. I think that whole pack is falling back, to be fair. They're all scrapping away nicely. So we can carry the speed through there. There we go, on the throttle nice and early. That's it. That's the better line. Now down the back straight. Once again, up through the gears. This car, absolutely crazy quick. Almost 250 Ks there, hitting on the main straight. Now just look, the pack, it's kind of opened up, this train, actually. They're not scrapping as hard. I think they're just settling in, giving it a few laps, let the tyres cool, let the brakes cool, before mounting their last charge towards the end of the race. That's when it's all going to get a bit feisty, I think. just look at the gap that Lorenzo's pulling on us right now. I've got to remember that I'm sub 3K. I'm trying to fight against people that are 3.5K, 4K drivers with, I'm be honest, not a lot of practice for this race. Oh, we go very deep. Car gets all kinds of snappy there. We have to cut to the escape road, take the slowdown. That's really going to lose us time. Yeah, that's kind of... The hell is that noise? Oh, there's someone off. There's someone off. Oh, it's Lorenzo. It's Lorenzo. He's off. And I don't know what that noise is, but it sounds like a load of gravel. Okay, that's a new feature. I've never had that happen before. When you car over the gravel actually sits there and sheds off the car. Either that. To be honest, it sounds like a puncture. Either that or we have some damage, which I think we might do, actually. Yes, oh, we're really damaged. Yeah, we're really damaged smacking that curb, actually. Yeah, we're really down on top speed now. Okay, that's tricky. This is going to be now interesting. This splitter damage, we're probably going to have even more understeer. We're also going to be down on top speed. Car's getting loose. We're going to have to struggle with this. Oh, it's loose, all right. Oh, it's very loose, all right. Now it's not a game of how many positions can we gain. It's how many positions can't we lose. Lorenzo, he's at that spin, but he's going to be coming back at us here. We're in the top 10, but can we keep it? We've got 9 laps, 8 laps to hold on. It was my own fault, though. Just sent it in way too hard. But actually feels not too bad now, actually. The noise has stopped. So it might have just been something lodged in the car. I don't know if that's modeled. This car is on the new damage model. That was the top speed. It looks like it's come back to us, actually. Interesting. That's a new feature. This car is on the new damage model, but it's also got some features in it which I've never seen before. Although we could have just had a bad exit there when we did look at the relative. But either way, Lorenzo's going to be coming for us, and he's already gained 1.2 on the last lap. So now it's a game of survival. How long can we keep in this top 10? We're going to have to bring every piece of defensive driving knowledge I have. Just trying to focus on hitting our marks. That's good through the chicane. Got to cut that inside as much as we can. Don't know if Lorenzo picked up damage, and he's going to be worrying about his tyres, especially the first couple of laps, although they should have cooled down by now. Adrian, I don't think, should be too much of a threat, so I think P11, provided I don't have any more incidents, is probably going to be the lowest we can go. And then, of course, we'll see what happens ahead. We never know what could occur. Last lap sends and lunges and stuff that all go wrong. We never know what can occur on the start of the race. This is why I like to never give up in races like this. Just so much fun just to also use this as an opportunity to learn, really feel the car, really push the car, find the limit, and use it almost as a practice session at this point. But then also you're like, yes, I need those positions. I want them positions. The second you go into a race, you go into race mode. And I'm a competitive person. I'm very competitive. So if there's a position there, and if there's a chance to gain that little bit more iRating, I'm going to go for it. And speaking of iRating, we're currently predicted 30 iRating gain, moving towards 3K. This is actually currently the highest I've ever been on iRacing. I think it's about 2870 or so as we head into this race. So 3K is my season goal. But yeah, this... Whoa! Big slide coming out of there. I think the rear tyres are starting to go off a bit, perhaps. We have had a couple of spins as they're side by side, P8 and P7 on the relative. I can see them side by side there, both 6.5 seconds ahead. We have to keep our wits about us. I'm expecting some yellow flags very soon, as probably one of them is going to bin it, although this is top split. There should be good clean racing going on. Oh, as we send it in way too hard. And I think Carl has managed to get through. Yes, he has. All this is doing is just giving us a slight chance of catching back up. Maybe catching a little bit of slipstream as we head down the back straight. As Lorenzo spun again. That means absolutely no threat from behind now. Just got to focus on our race ahead. Nope. Oh, no. We spin it as well. Come on, keep it. Damn it. Ah, this car is so tricky. Oh, that's a shame. I think we're now not going to be able to gain any positions ahead with 5 laps to go here. Well, it'll be 5 laps of the line, but that's a shame. I should have done a bit more practice, in fairness, for this race. But we're still about 10 seconds behind, so again, anything can happen if they have incidents or, like me, self-spin a few times. But some scrappy driving from me, but I feel like the pace was there. Surprised I managed to qualify myself up in 6th, actually, especially with the strength of field and the really quick guys we have in this session.
1 minute 21.049.
Just do 2 laps now. That was great. That was good, yeah. Whoa. Jesus. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I think I've definitely shot the tyres there. Rears are absolutely gone over that, although overheated. Track temp is pretty high here at Road Atlanta, this being the middle of the day as well. Here we are. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, yes. Car's suddenly gone very loose on the rear. Just got to settle it down. Really struggling now to get the power down. As Lorenzo, again, he's spun and he's going to catch us back up. But somehow, despite all this, we're still in 10th place. So let's just focus, have a couple of clean laps, and maybe see what happens. No! No, not good. No, really not good. We absolutely loop it on the power there, and now we lose the position to Lorenzo. I am driving horrendously this race. Sorry about this, guys, but we're going to try our best. Rear tyres definitely shot. I've absolutely ruined them. We might actually lose out to 12th place here. Adrian's right on our tail now. Come on. Oh, car feels horrible now. So much understeer, and it's such a pain and a struggle to try and get the power down. Just saw that out of their second gear and just lit up the rear tyres. Right, we got 4 laps to go. Let's see. We can just try and get this top 10 back. Maybe Lorenzo might have another mistake. Car is on a knife edge right now. What I was saying earlier about the SR8 compared to the SR10. Well, this now drives like the SR8. Oh my days. Car is feeling horrible. I'm just not wanting... It's not doing what I want it to do. This is now definitely a race of survival. P12 definitely looking likely. So we're on to 8 incident points. Not great for my safety rating either. But I don't know this car yet. I'm still trying to learn its limits, where it is, where it shines, where it's bad. So maybe with a bit more practice and a few more races under my belt in this car, then we can start to fight against these guys. But I was kind of hoping I wouldn't get into top split. But with my iRating this high, it's kind of a given. But we're now being chased down by the number 5 car at 4.2k. He's got a whole, well, 1400 iRating on me right now. So I'll not be surprised if he does storm up to the back of us and definitely think about a move. Catch another off track there. Puts us on 9 incident points. So we now have 3 laps to go. Maybe Lorenzo might make one more mistake towards the end of the race. So top 10. Not giving it up just yet. We'll see what we can do. As we say that, as Adrian has a bit of a bad run there through the first corner. Try and get the wheel straight and then brake. There we go. I'm so tentative through there now. Really just lost my confidence, lost my groove in the car. Oh, that's understeering. That's understeering. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better.
2 more. Let's go.
All right, 2 more laps to go at the line. There's a spinner up ahead. Oh no! I've done it again! I've done it again! Oh my days, I have never been so bad and inconsistent in my entire life. That's 3 spins in the same corner in one race. I'm disappointed in myself, guys, to be honest. And normally in a race like this, I'd cut the video and give it another go, but I wanted to keep this in to show that not every race is great, and this is an example of what happens when you don't do enough practice. I only did maybe half an hour, and I looked at a little bit of telemetry before the race. That does mean we are going to end up P12. Me and Lorenzo have basically just been fighting about who can spin the most, not who can finish in front of each other. But 2 laps to go. Oh, car. Oh, my. Okay. No. Rears are shot. Rears are just completely shot now.
Last lap.
Yeah, rears are gone. Rears are completely gone. The car has absolutely nothing on the rear. I'm trying to put the power down, and
Got about 5 laps of fuel.
there's just absolutely no hope. Oh my god, I'm turning it in and the rear's going. Yeah, the rears are definitely shot. This is what happens when you spin too much, guys. No surprises, the number 1 car is leading at 6.2k. Let's try not to get lapped now, I guess, is the next goal. But we've only got 1 more lap to go. Now, Lorenzo and Pekka are going to maybe fight here. They're pretty close on track, so you never know. Again, they might come together. We shall see. They're pretty close, actually. Oh, my God. The car is literally sliding through the last corner. This thing is on a knife edge now. They're pretty close. They're pretty close. Any chance of a position, I'm going to go for it on these 2 guys. Oh, just look at the steering input. I literally cannot put any steering angle in without the rear letting go. And that is white flag. This will be the last lap. As Lorenzo falls all the way backwards. I think he's been forced off the track somewhere by the number 18 of Pekka. Come on, car. Come on, car. I am having to be so delicate with my inputs right now. It's really annoying. In fact, Lorenzo's really slow here. He might have some damage. But I think we're just going to be too far away to think about a move. I saw a car in the mirrors there. It's Johan's. He's a lapped car, so that's not too bad. This is the lowest we're going to go. We are going to get P13 here, I think. Unless Lorenzo makes a spinala in the last corner. Or I do, but then even then, there's no one behind me now that can take this position away from us. So, final time, heavy braking. Down to 3rd gear, chuck it in. Lorenzo makes it through in 1 piece. I make it through in 1 piece. We round the final corner. That was a painful race, that. And we come across the line. P13. That's a disappointing one, but we still managed to gain a solid 1 iRacing. Oh, okay, Spotter. I see how it is. Well, there we are, guys. That was fun while it lasted. Let's say that. We had a brilliant start, and my pace actually surprised me there, avoiding the incidents at the start as well. But unfortunately, just inconsistency and far too many mistakes from myself cost us the chance at a top 10 there. But that's racing, unfortunately. This is what happens when you don't put enough practice in. But this car is really fun, and I really want to get into it and really learn the in-depths of this car and find where the limit is. Because that I haven't found yet. I haven't found the limits of this car. I need to do 5-6 hours worth of driving in it to really get a feel of where to start finding the limit, and then we can push forwards. But again, as I said, normally I would cut this kind of video, but I just wanted to, I think I'll make it into a full video just to show you guys that not every race is great, not every race is a win, and that's racing, unfortunately. But all that's left me to say now is thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to as well. If you want to see me do iRacing live, go over to my Twitch, link is in the description below. And yeah, have a really awesome rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys.